Good morning. I'm Christine Gibbs from A Step Ahead Physiotherapy in Governor Square. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Staying a Step Ahead. I met a lot of you last month at my booth at the Island Living Show. I was thrilled to meet so many of you and hear how you've been watching and doing my exercises. What I wasn't so thrilled about was the number of you who have told me you have knee pain. Many of you didn't know why your knee started hurting, but the pain has now begun to limit your daily activities. Knee pain, in the absence of trauma, is typically due to overuse or poor body mechanics. If your pain was initially due to traumatic event and is not getting better with rest alone, there may be some underlying mechanical issue that is preventing complete healing. Today, I'd like to give you my top 10 tips for preventing knee pain before it starts, or preferably to help reduce or eliminate it once your knee pain begins. Number 1, lose weight. For every 1 pound of extra body weight, you put an extra 4 pounds of stress on each knee. Number 2, stop popping pills. Anti-inflammatories may decrease the pain, but pain is not the problem, it's the symptom. Pain is our body's warning sensor that something is wrong. By removing this warning signal, you may be causing further harm since you aren't getting the pain sensation to stop doing the harmful activity. You need to find the cause of pain and fix that to properly eliminate pain. There's also research which shows that anti-inflammatories actually delay the healing process. Number 3, increase your hip mobility and strength. Your hips have a direct impact on knee function and most likely have some, if not all, the responsibility for your knee issues. If you have limited mobility and strength in your hips, your knee will not function properly and remain in the correct alignment. So watch. If this up here is not functioning properly, every time you walk and land, your knee collapses in. Your hip directly controls what your knee does. Number 4, stretch the front of your leg. First, start with a quad stretch. Find something stable to hold on to, grab your ankle, pull backwards. Get a really good stretch to that front of your thigh. If you pull back instead of just jamming up towards your bum, you'll get a much better thigh stretch. Hold for 30 seconds. Then do your hip flexor. Put your knee on the ground, lean forward, really pushing that hip towards the floor. Sometimes if you lean forward, you get an even better stretch through your hip flexor. Number 5, stretch the back of your leg. So from the hip flexor, just slide backwards. Get a really good stretch through your hamstring. And again, hold for 30 seconds. Next, you want to do your piriformis or your glute muscle. Lie on your back, cross one ankle over, grab the opposite leg, and pull upwards. Really getting a good stretch to the back of your thigh and bum. Number 6, strengthening. To help knee pain, I do not encourage squats or lunges as this can actually cause more pain. And never do knee extensions. You know where you sit at the gym and you put the weight on the end of your ankle and just extend your knee? Those are terrible for knee problems. So, strengthen your hip. Lie on your side. Straighten your top leg and bring it back, really squeezing your outer hip and bum muscle. You can pulse up and down, and then come forward. Do circles, big circles, small circles, frontwards and backwards, really getting a good workout to your outer thigh and glute. And lastly, bend both knees and open upwards. This is called the clam. It looks like a clamshell. Hips and ankles together, opening and closing. Number 7, feet, our body's foundation. You wouldn't build a house on a poor foundation, so why would you put your body on a poor foundation? If you're walking all day on poor feet, it should not be a surprise that your knees, hips, and back will be affected. Shoes. They should be sturdy and supportive. I recommend athletic shoes, but this is not always practical. And if your feet need more help than just a supportive shoe, I recommend a custom orthotic. It's a simple device that just slips into your shoe and gives you a stable foundation. Athletes, especially runners, benefit from custom orthotics. So watch. Put your foot down, much like your hip. If your foot is not controlled, look at what your knee does. Your knee follows a poor foot control. Number 8, your calves. Tight calves can significantly impact foot function, which will subsequently alter your knee mechanics. So stretch them. Get down on your hands, drop one heel towards the floor, holding 30 seconds. Get a really good stretch through your calf. And number 9, balance. Have you ever noticed what happens naturally when you get off balance? You wobble. This wobbling causes excess motion in your knee, which may cause friction and lead to pain. So the best way to improve your balance is to do just that, balance. Whenever the opportunity arises, just stand on one leg. Move your arms, opposite leg, really challenge yourself to increase your balance. And lastly, number 10, do not ice. Many people think that icing is part of a workout. Athletes just must ice for better performance. The phrase RICE, rest, ice, compression, elevation, has been around since 1978, and people have just followed it without question. Unfortunately, icing can delay healing and may even cause further injury by numbing the pain. Due to substantial research, the doctor who coined the phrase RICE has now recanted his RICE method and encourages people to stop icing. Today's top 10 is based on the assumption that there is no underlying injury or damage to your knee. However, even if you have a structural issue, I firmly believe that if you increase the flexibility and strength of your hips and get your foot mechanics sorted, you can significantly decrease, if not eliminate, your knee pain. Thanks for tuning in. Join me next month for another segment of Christine's Top 10 to continue staying a step ahead.